Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to the Oat Milk Lesbians.
Welcome back.
Today we're back with another episode of Oat Milk Hotline, and y'all have submitted a lot of shit, yeah?
Yeah, this is a long ass one, and I'm gonna start with it. Ah! Your vape juice.
Oh my god, I need to buy more vape just before we leave.
I am a victim to lesbian stereotypes. Hey, Oat Milk Lesbians. So they, she 21, am currently sharing a room with my ex-girlfriend, they, she 20. Got it. Yes, I already know this is by no means something I would wish upon myself, but let me explain. Okay? I'll give some background about our relationship and how we got here. I've been friends with my ex since I was 13 because we met through a Twitch stream, angel number, like angel,
Yeah.
where we were in a big online friend group. Over the years, we've been close, had falling outs, crushed on each other, and even beefed with each other before. Y'all live all the 9 lives already. Where things took a turn was the summer of 2019. Some friends from our group were visiting California where we live, and my ex hosted us for a week at their house while I drove everyone around. This was actually pretty awkward since my ex had not been very active in the friend group for a while now and we weren't on the best terms. But we wanted to show up the best for our friends and have a good time since this was not going to be happening anytime soon. I got surprisingly close to my ex again and ended up staying even longer at my ex's house after everyone else went home.
Damn. Alright.
Up to this point, I haven't had romantic interactions with anyone, period. But after this trip, I was basically in a situationship with my ex and had all my firsts with them.
Damn.
That was more than a situationship. This was pretty surreal because when we were younger, I had a big crush on them and they had a crush on me too. We were very close as friends, but I never really hinted my feelings for them. Even when they hinted at their feelings for me, I tried to act oblivious because I was very shy and nervous and didn't want to have a relationship with anyone when I was just so very much a child. I wanted to be able to drive at least. That's so sweet, actually. These emotions were very intense as this was my first relationship with anyone and this was their first time with a girl. At this time, my ex identified as bisexual and had 2 relationships already with boys. Things started falling apart when I realized how often my ex was seeing their ex-boyfriend. I mean, you were kind of seeing them too and you were like an ex as well. I was spending all my free time with my ex, but I still had a job and I lived 40 minutes away. I realized that oftentimes when I wasn't with them, they would hang out with their ex-boyfriend. Sounds like your ex has
What?
codependency issues. I came to this realization when my ex posted a pic on their story of the ex-boyfriend and my ex had their legs resting on his lap and I was like, well, damn, yeah, what? I think they were just friends.
Sorry, continue.
But they didn't break up that long ago and I had realized just how much they were actually talking and hanging out. Even though we weren't in an exclusive relationship, it hurt my feelings because my ex seemed to hide it from me and their ex-boyfriend would call my ex and they would hang out quickly and hide the fact that he was calling and texting.
What the hell?
You were so right to feel hurt. My parents have given me major abandonment issues, so I didn't want to be played by someone and a man. That's right.
Damn.
So as strong as my feelings were, I brought myself to break things off, no contact, and went back to school. I just left it as a summer fling at this point.
Damn. Okay, so how did it evolve into you guys living together?
The following year when the pandemic happened, my friend group had been growing apart and started becoming more active on Discord and we all got close to one another again. There's so many ups and downs. My ex and I started talking again and got very close online. Eventually, they confessed to having feelings for me and we started seeing each other in person again. We hung out casually, but the tension was obviously there and I had genuine feelings for them too. We tried to keep things casual, but clearly that didn't work. We had a conversation early on, so they told me they weren't looking for a relationship and just wanted to mess around with boys. I should have ran, damn right!
What the fuck?
But I was a stupid baby lesbian, unfortunately. We continued to hang all the time and eventually the things we did could no longer be classified as things only friends would do.
Like what, eating pussy?
Real. After a couple of months, they asked me to be their girlfriend and I agreed. What happened to the whole not wanting to be in a relationship? Oh my god, so confusing. And I agreed because I was in love and young and stupid as fuck. After all, they seemed to stop talking to their ex-boyfriend that much. Things were going strong, but definitely not perfect. I struggled with a lot of abandonment issues, and I often had dysphoria about myself. Because I was my ex's first girlfriend, that stuff with their ex-boyfriend and the fact that they said they just wanted to mess around with boys, I ended up having thoughts that were low-key biphobic. It's something I've worked on now, but back then I was so insecure and very afraid that I was just an exception to my ex. I was afraid they liked me despite the fact that I was a girl. This also manifested in how I expressed myself sexually. I've always been a stone top, basically. I generally do prefer to give instead of receiving and can be satisfied with just that. But I think I subconsciously was affected by all that happened, and it didn't help that I had dysmorphia about having boobs. I'm not trans because I don't want to be a dude, and I like being a woman, but I just don't like having boobs. Story of the lesbians' lives. Plus, my mask fits would go so hard if I didn't have boobs. And literally, I get it. Or if I didn't have boobs or just a smaller chest. So I would say I'm on the non-binary spectrum.
Okay.
Anyways, my ex struggles with depression and borderline personality disorder. So there were many highs and extreme lows. There were many times I felt like their well-being was entirely dependent on me and things were just very unhealthy. They often had suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and I felt a lot of pressure on myself. Trigger warning, violence. The actual reason why my ex moved in with me is because of their violent and toxic family.
Okay.
The older sister was extremely unstable, and the stepfather was very shitty as well. The sister would get violent and break things and traumatize everyone. One day, she broke down my ex's bedroom's door for the third time already and attacked both of us over something really small. She pinned my ex to the floor, and when I tried to pull her off, she somehow grabbed onto my face by sticking her hand in my mouth and scratched the shit out of my mouth and cheek.
What?
We were both left very traumatized, but especially my ex. They had to deal with extreme PTSD from living with family. Locking doors and staying inside the bedroom was not enough to stay safe, evidently, so I invited my ex to move in with me. It was not a decision that I would have made willingly, but given the circumstances, I just didn't know how else to approach it. Yeah, it was definitely too early to be U-hauling, but it was done out of necessity in my opinion. Plus, I didn't have to drive 40 minutes just to see them. Over time, we dealt with a lot of issues over mental health and communication. It was very unhealthy that we lived together in such a tight space because we had no time for ourselves, basically. It doesn't help either that I'm not on good terms with my mom and my older sister who lives with me. My ex and I also have a dog together because their family dog had given birth to some puppies, so cliche, lol.
Damn.
You're living all the stereotypes.
Yes.
You're so right. But yeah, when two people live together in such a tight space, they're obviously going to butt heads. I felt like conflict was normal given these circumstances, but to them, conflict was not normal and we had a lot of trouble resolving the conflict. I would sometimes find myself checked out of the relationship and they would be able to sense it. There were times where we would break up, but nothing really changed because I still took care of them. I didn't feel like I could send them back home, and I still don't to this day. Wait, your ex is still living with you?
Damn.
Things ultimately did change for the better and we had a much stronger relationship. Recently, however, when I thought that things were going well, they surprised me with a conversation about breaking things off. They said it's not really about me and they've been in relationships back to back and don't know how to be independent and be with themselves anymore. At first, it was hard for me to process, but I've accepted it and agreed that it's the best thing for us. They've told me that they value me so much as a friend and don't want any more romantic expectations. When I think about it, I don't think our relationship would have lasted as long as it did if they never moved in with me. There were many times when things should have ended, but because of our unhealthy and unfortunate circumstances, it didn't end up ending for real. I tried to make things work and put in the effort until then. I also felt like I was starting to lose myself, and I think this needed to happen. However, I still don't feel like I can ask them to move back home. The day we broke up, I asked if they would be moving back home, and they accused me of trying to kick them out by asking that.
Damn.
But y'all broke up. I know, I really need to be standing on business more, but I still care for my ex as a human being because of their traumatic circumstances.
Okay.
When I asked if they would move out, they already knew the answer deep down. But I guess so was hoping things could be different. In the past, when conversations about moving out came up, They told me that they would rather be homeless or they would harm themselves in
Oh.
order to avoid their family at all costs. This is why I feel like if I were to put my foot down and tell them to leave, I would be doing something very dangerous because of their depression.
Faham.
Not us reading this after the episode.
Faham.
After the breakup, I started watching the podcast, and it genuinely has helped me come to terms with a lot of things, and it's been a good distraction. Y'all help me feel very validated, and I also feel called out at some times, but rightfully so. Now, I'm just trying my best to deal with the situation as best as I can. We still share a bed, and I cook for them, and we do a lot of the same things we did together before, just without the romantic aspects. What do you mean?
Damn.
I know this is like extremely bad, but I'm just wishing success for them and myself so we could both move out. I'm halfway through my degree and they are transferring schools soon, so they will probably move out to the dorm, but I'm afraid they will still need me for a place to stay after dorming. I feel used, but I don't know what else to do. We are on good terms, but I'm working through a lot of resentment while trying to be understanding of their circumstances and PTSD/trauma. I know I have every right to ask them to leave, but I would feel really guilty for putting them back in an unsafe situation or in an even more dangerous situation. I truly wish things were different so I could heal properly on my own, but I am trying to be patient and work towards putting myself in a better situation so I can finally move on. It's tough since my parents don't really help me out financially, but I'm still lucky to have a roof over my head. I definitely won't be getting into another relationship anytime soon, and I just want to focus on myself and bettering my life. Although I sometimes wish we never got into a relationship again after our fling, I have no regrets because I learned a lot about myself and I feel like I was able to grow a lot. First relationships truly are not meant to last majority of the time, and I'm happy that I experienced it all. I'm glad that I made the mistakes I made so I can truly learn from it. The relationship my ex and I have helped me become a lot more aware of my own issues, and self-awareness is very valuable to have. I'm still working on a lot of these issues and trying to uncover more and just be a better person for my own well-being. I would like to hear your opinions on all of this and any advice you have. I know it's a lot, haha, so thank you for your time and efforts. I wish I had friends like you guys. I would have such good conversations with them. Thank you for creating a safe space and platform for lesbians. Y'all truly the best. P.S. I'm also the same person who submitted a coming out story here where my mom was being homophobic to me, but I confronted her about her own internalized homophobia, and now she doesn't dare to be homophobic to me. Wow! I'm not sure if y'all got the chance to read that, but hopefully it makes into the next episode about our stories. If y'all need to contact me for any info, the IG handle. Thanks.
That's a lot. Okay.
Okay, I think the first thing we need to focus on is whether you tell your ex to leave the house or not.
But I feel like it's really tough though, because it's a very tough spot to be in lah. Yeah, I think all I can say is my condolences lah. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. Because I know, like, okay, your point of view is like you don't want to put her in an unsafe environment again. That is completely understandable, you know. You feel for that person in that way, and I think that's just something a good-hearted person would think, you know. So it's very tough for you to be choosing between like your own space and your own space for healing and your own boundaries versus somebody's safety, perhaps. It's very hard. It's very hard. So really, I don't know what to say. My condolences. Or you can just move out and then you stay in your room.
Yeah.
Shit, wait, this is hard.
But yeah, it's really hard. But I feel like maybe you and your ex can both work together towards like a PIP sort of. Like
What's a PIP?
Performance improvement plan. Basically, both of you have a plan and hold each other accountable so that your ex can move out. Basically, find a job.
Yeah.
Stick with the job. Find places nearby that, or like somewhere else that she wants to go that is affordable. I know housing is not affordable at all, but I'm hopeful because your ex is going to college, right? She's gonna make friends.
Yeah.
They're gonna make friends, sorry. They're gonna make friends and they're gonna start living with other people in a dorm, and I feel like most people, I don't think your ex would go back to living with you, because usually when you graduate, you have a degree, and then your circumstances are going to be a lot better, and your ex can like have internships or like move out with other friends that they made and things like that. So I don't feel like you're stuck with your ex forever. But I do feel like if you cannot take it anymore, I think it's also best you guys can like sit together and work on a plan. And honestly, if your ex tries to pin it on you for kicking them out and everything, just give it to them. This is no time for like blaming or like playing the victim, and there's no such thing. We both are broken up. We need to have boundaries. It's clear and simple.
Yeah.
It's not a personal thing at all. So yeah.
I don't know, but it does sound like you're very self-aware.
Yes.
And I feel like you are in a very good mindset. I think, there's a silver lining of all of this. It's really great for you. What she said. That's all. And
she said.
Yeah. What she said and my condolences and good for you for that advice. I don't know what else to reply, honestly. I'm so taken aback.
Yeah, I am too. That's like oh my god. Yeah, just oh my god.
Yeah, oh my god. I really just didn't wait for her to go get her degree. I think everything will, be going up from there. I really think so. Yeah. Damn. Oh my god, my condolences lah. Currently in a relationship with my girlfriend for more than a year. I love a lot and she does love me too, but I'm starting to think that love is not enough. You are right.
Exactly.
Love is not enough. That's all you need to know. We've been learning to communicate better compared to last year when we fought a lot. She broke up with me a couple of times because she was angry. She needs to get her shit together. Got back together many times. The two of you need to get your shit together. We have agreed to not call it quits so easily and try to talk things out when we argue. Very good. However, for a while now, I've realized that I often feel unheard and shut down during our arguments. Okay. For example, the most recent one is her being a pillow princess and I'm a switch, so obviously I wasn't satisfied in bed. And I would voice out about it in various ways to try and get a compromise with her. You see, this is why Faye had an entire TikTok, an entire Instagram reel about calling out pillow princesses.
Real.
Because it makes the fucking switchers feel dissatisfied.
Y'all just scamming switches.
For real. Every time she would say I'm being selfish and only thinking about myself, telling me it's not all about sex in a relationship. Yes, I know a relationship has other things, but the issue now is this, and she never wants to solve the problem. For context, in the beginning of the relationship, she told me she was a switch. You see? It's always the pillow princesses saying that they are switch one.
Yeah.
Back to this, I lost the line. For context, in the beginning of the relationship, she told me she was a switch. So when she didn't do anything during sex, I didn't think much of it. When I found it unsettling, I told her and she said she was too lazy to talk or do anything. You see? Again, we say they're just fucking lazy and they scam people at the start one. I also noticed myself finding for other flaws to avoid this topic, but I realized how petty that was and tried to stop myself. Currently, I'm just staying because we have mutual friends and I feel too much pressure to break up with her. I sometimes find myself trying to sabotage the relationship so that she would initiate another breakup.
God damn.
She would used to make me feel safe and heard. I don't know what happened. It's like she became comfortable with what I will give her and tolerate that I don't feel loved, although she says she's trying her best. Okay, first of all, she used to make you feel safe and heard, and now she doesn't. It's because you're right, she got comfortable and she knows that you will stay. That's that. Okay, she has improved a lot from when I met her, but she's depriving me from any sexual satisfaction. She did satisfy me before, like twice in our relationship. The last time I had to beg for it, and it sucked because I could feel her rushing to get me off. Hence, I just faked an orgasm to stop her without disappointing her.
She sounds like a man.
Real. Even when I mentioned I want to leave my hair longer, she would discourage me, saying how I would look like a guy that many people, including myself, find a bit creepy.
I'm
The
sorry?
hell?
That's fucked up.
What? I'm not a full mask and want to try going a little more feminine, but I find it hard to go that way with her sometimes.
She's a fucking problem.
What the hell? I even feel like she doesn't treat me as a girlfriend, but she treats me like a boyfriend instead, and I feel worthless with an identity crisis. Send help. I don't know how to handle this. Deep down, I know I should leave,
Break up with your girlfriend.
but I feel like the relationship has gone through so much with parents' disapproval and long distance relationship that I don't know if I should be patient and continue trying or leave while I'm still sane. You should leave while you're still sane. That is the solution. I mean, I get it, like, you feel like you've been through so much with this person and like you work so hard on the relationship and you feel like if you leave now, like, oh, there's the potential that it can get better. But that's the thing, we always look at our partners for the potential that they have, that is just us projecting our desires onto them. We're not looking at them for who they truly are. And whenever you look at your partner, you should always look at them in the present and not the potential that they can reach. Because you have to look at a person right now. Who are they? What are they like? Can you stay with this person in 10 years' time for another 10 years? If the answer is no, then it's a no. Because every time you look at a person, you just need to see them for who they are, not who they can become, which may not be set in stone.
And it sounds like you're the only one who's trying.
Yeah.
Not your partner.
Yeah, for real. And like, I mean, something as simple as you wanting to grow your hair long, she can even tell you it's a bit creepy and she doesn't feel comfortable with it. Like, but I mean, that's your expression. That's how you feel like you want to explore expressing yourself, and I don't think you should allow anybody to restrict you in that sense. You know, I just feel like that's fucking unhealthy.
Yeah.
She is actually projecting her own desires on you as well. You know, I don't think that's fair.
And you shouldn't have to beg. Like,
Yeah.
begging for like the most basic thing.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Sorry, there's no other way to tell you, but you need to break up with her.
Yeah.
As hard as it sounds. I know you say like you feel very invested in everything, but trust me, there are going to be a lot more other relationships you're going to go through.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the thing about relationships lah. It's about like getting into it and then investing your time and energy into it, you know. And that's the thing about investments in general. Even with money, you have to consider that money lost already one.
Yeah.
You have to just consider the time and energy that you use in that relationship. There's a potential that you will lose it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not all a loss.
It's the same thing. You invest and then you got losses, but you learn from it.
Yes.
Why
correct.
did you make that loss?
Yeah.
It's not a bad
Correct.
thing. It's
Correct.
unfortunately part of life.
Correct. And I think that if you do get out of that relationship, you will look back and be like, thank fuck, man. Really,
Yeah.
thank fuck. Because if it's not healthy for you, it's gonna do a lot of shit to you mentally. Your self-confidence, your self-worth, and so many other aspects of your life, for real. And who knows, like down the line, you're gonna find somebody else as well. Right? And you're gonna be like, yeah, that breakup was fucking worth it. The pain that I went through was fucking worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Your soulmate is not like someone who treats you like that.
Your soulmate is not a pillow princess.
Yes, your soulmate is not fucking hell.
As a switch, your soulmate is not a pillow princess.
Real.
Oh my god. Next one?
Yes.
Okay, this one's for you. The one in the middle. You'll go through the most shit, man.
Okay, this is my first time with these things, but I've been kind of stressed over this, so I'm gonna ask y'all for help because I've been watching y'all since last year and I love you guys' content so much. So yeah, thank you. So I've been dating this girl since July 2022
Okay.
after she helped me get through a passing of a family member.
Oh.
And I realized it zoomed out.
That's why.
I realized I liked her because she was kind of funny and overall perfect for me. I love that. She's funny and she's perfect. There's more to it because my sister also had a crush on her.
Huh? What is it with everybody and their sisters-in-laws?
But she liked me instead, and here we are.
What?
It's been going well until 2 months ago where we sort of considered breaking up for a while because I didn't know if I was ready to give up the relationship with my family for her. But we got through that, but things are still a bit rocky. And 2 weeks ago, she told me she doesn't feel like I'm showing that I love her and that I've been very distant and she hasn't really been talking to me much and has insinuated breaking up again. I've been distant because I was dealing with some issues regarding sexual harassment
Oh.
and bad thoughts, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Though honestly, I think she's the only reason I've lasted this long, and we're also in a girls' school. I'm taking SPM this year, which makes it almost impossible for me to show my affection. My question really is, what do I do about this? As in, should I let her go or should I try and compromise some stuff? Also, even I didn't expect to get in a relationship with someone as my family's against dating, young, and LGBT things in general. Even if y'all don't give a solution, I'd appreciate if you just tell me or describe what's wrong with this from another person's perspective. Thanks.
Why is it every story we read, we have to get taken aback?
Yeah.
Yo,
my
I'm so
God.
fucking sorry that that happened to you. I don't think like you're in the okay. Obviously, from her perspective, like you know, she's gonna feel disconnected from you. But like, from your perspective, you're not wrong for being distant, dealing with sexual harassment and depression, probably, or bad thoughts or suicidal thoughts or whatever it is, right? You're not in the wrong for that. And I think that like I just feel like just doesn't feel disconnected. She doesn't feel connected to you. Maybe because I don't know. Did you tell her like what was going on with you, with the sexual harassment, the bad thoughts, and everything? Like I feel like if you do communicate that to her, she would be more willing to give you space. But if you already communicated that to her, and she is now expressing to you that like, hey, I don't really like the distance, then that's her just expressing her love language
Yeah.
and what she needs from the relationship. But I feel like if you are in a space where you cannot provide someone with what they need in the relationship, if that is their, what do you call it, breaking point?
Yeah.
If that is their breaking point, then I just feel like it's better to just let it go lah. Really.
Yeah. I think, but for what's worth, you should tell her first if you're comfortable with that, of course. Because at the end of the day, like, I mean, it's up to you. You can just let her go and break up without any reason. But also, like, if you feel like this person is someone that you really love and someone that you would want to confide in and someone that you consider like your main confidant, I think you should tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, nobody owes anyone anything, especially when it comes to like sexual harassment and also,
Yeah.
you know, thoughts about unaliving and everything. But
Yeah.
sometimes you never know. Sometimes you might find like that people know how to be supportive of you and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, it's really your own choice.
And I think what can help you in making that decision is also because what I realize is that, you know, right now you're considering whether you want to let her go or not, right? But one thing to also consider when you're making that decision is that right now I notice that you are struggling to let her go because you are saying that you would not have lasted this long if it weren't for her, right? And to a certain extent, I sense a little bit of guilt in it, whereby you feel like you owe her something because she has been there for you and you have confided in her. And I feel like, you know, guilt can really eat you up. I feel like you should let go of that when you make that decision. Like, yes, she has been through a lot with you and you have confided in her with a lot of stuff, but that cannot always be the reason for you to stay. And I'm not telling you to break up with her. I'm not telling you to break up with her. I'm telling you other things to consider, you know, when you are considering whether you want to break up with her or not lah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, like, try to see like if what is fair for her also lah. Because like, let's say if you don't love her anymore, you should break up with her. Like, don't stay with her out of guilt.
Yeah. Because you will have a lot of resentment towards that person if you stay with them for
Yeah.
guilt, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we figure this out.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry that happened. Like,
Yeah. I
both
hope
of the things that you
you
mentioned.
get better and you figure this out,
Yeah.
and I hope your situation gets better for you, you know, your environment gets better for you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Damn.
This is a short one. I'm so happy I'm getting a short one today.
What is it?
Okay, so I had my first sapphic relationship a while back, and suffice to say, it didn't end well. I got cheated on. It's been a year since it ended, but it's still really painful and it hurts seeing them show up in my safe spaces, social media, favorite spots, etc. What can I do to make it better for me?
Number one, block her.
Yes, I can fucking relate to that. Because, right, I have this favorite restaurant that my dad brought me to, and when I was in a relationship with this person who harassed me and who bullied me and all of that, who did a bunch of like terrible stuff lah, I would see her in that restaurant and I remember I would like tell my friends how sad I am or how scared I am. How sad I am that I couldn't even go back to one of my favorite restaurants that me and my dad like to go to because I'm so scared that, you know, that person is gonna do something to me that I'm gonna like get hit or whatever the fuck lah, or hate crime lah, I don't know lah. I had this really huge fear of going into my safe space because of that, you know. And yeah, number one, fucking block her. Number two is that for me, right, I think it took a really long time for me to get to a place where I'm so confident to go back to these places and to go out knowing that there's a potential that I will see her. And for you mentioned that it's only been a year. For me, it took more than a year to get to a space where I felt confident enough to go back out. I think it took me 2 to 3 years. And now I'm in a space where I feel like if I do see her, that's fine. What if she does want to say something to me, that's fine. In person, I'll just ignore it, I think it will take you a little bit longer than a year to feel comfortable again going back to your safe spaces and your favorite spots. It's not at all easy, for sure. And I know you are like asking the question where like what can you do like to make it better for yourself. I really think that what really helped me was that I acknowledged the fact that this person doesn't pay my bills, this person doesn't pay for my rent, this person doesn't put food on my table. And at the end of the day, I know back then I used to be a person who was so scared, like what if they say something to me, purposely, intentionally in front of people to make me look like a fucking fool. But and this thing has always been in my conscious mind that like whatever a person does and says reflects more on them than it does on me. But it takes a lot of time for you to truly embody that and truly be able to live that out and truly believe that deep down. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say other than really just if the person is pathetic, they're pathetic. Like
Yeah.
just work through it. Just continue working through it. Just continue going about your daily lives. Just continue working on yourself. For me, it took a lot of working on myself to get to this place, and it took 2 to 3 years, I would say, for me to get here. So it will take time. This is not like a overnight sort of thing, a easy solution sort of thing. It's just every day, every day, every day. Just keep going. Just keep working on yourself. Just keep reaffirming yourself. All of that.
Yeah.
That's it.
But when you get there, you will be truly unbothered. You don't even
Yes.
have to try to be unbothered.
Yes. You don't even have to try.
It's a milestone you should look forward to.
Yes. So just give it a while more. Just give it a while more. Be patient with yourself. Don't get so angry at yourself for being so bothered by this person. Like, why should I be bothered about this person who fucking cheated on me and hurt me like that? Don't get mad at yourself for that. It's very valid. It's your mind trying to protect you.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to feel scared. Allow yourself to, feel this and feel that. And just keep going. Because it will, really, when you become like truly unbothered, right?
You really stop giving a fuck.
It's fucking amazing, let me tell you. I feel great now. Like whenever that same person wants to talk shit about me and I hear a new rumor, I'll be like, thank you! I'm
Like-
still living rent free in your head, thank you!
Yeah, exactly.
And
And also,
holy shit.
she was the one that cheated. So if anyone who should be embarrassed to go out, it's her. Just stating facts.
Real. You will get there, don't worry. You will get there.
Yeah.
Just keep working on yourself. Just keep doing your day-to-day things. That is all. This is reassurance. Just keep doing what you do. Okay, your turn.
Cool. Hi, firstly, I would like to keep myself anonymous for safety purposes. That's fine. I'm a lesbian, age 19, and have issues coming out. Although, I guess my parents already had their assumptions since I have a big pride flag hanging in my room and had hinted for me just to come out already. You don't need to come out, the flag did it for you already. Even I don't have a flag in my room. The problem with that is that based on the country we're living in, maybe it's the city I'm in, not many people are as accepting. And the amount of times I've been discriminated outside, whether it's school or work, I'm traumatized and I'm afraid. You see, I'm mask presenting, so to assume wasn't something out of the blue. There's always people asking me left and right if I am a lesbian, do I like women, why is your hair so short, you look better with long hair. I'm afraid, what if the people closest to me decided to get their answers out of me just so they can drive me out of my own home and my own comfort zone? Do I come out? Do I not? Am I thinking too much? Please give me your opinion. Y'all are godsend for doing this. Thank you so much if you're already reading my case.
Wow. Oh, this is tough though. I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know, if your parents haven't kicked you out yet, actually it's very hard to say. It's very, very hard to say.
Yeah.
Because like, you may think that like for me lah, my thought process initially was that, if they already know then, and they haven't kicked you out yet, means they're not going to kick you out. But it's very, very hard to say actually.
Yeah.
You're right, maybe they do. But I don't know, man, like, it's hard to say these days. I think only you know your parents best.
Yeah, and also at the same time, I think you can also like ask yourself why you want to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, how long can you go without coming out? I think that's the most important one. How long can you go without coming out? Because obviously everyone has pretty much the same reason for wanting to come out.
Yeah.
But like, how long can you stall that? Because the big issue is always the roof and the money.
Yeah.
So that's the thing you have to think about. And you're 19, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
I am 25, 26, and I still haven't moved out of my house. So you got to think about that too. Like, I don't know what's the cost of living in your city, but it sounds like because you're 19, it's going to take maybe a minimum of 3 years
Yeah.
for you to actually move out. And even by then, like, usually the jobs when you get around like your early 20s, it's not going to pay that much too.
Correct.
So there's something to consider about
Correct.
that. But I think like before you come out anything, right? Like, okay, I just feel like we've talked about this as well. Find yourself like a support group, queer support group preferably, so that you have people to turn to if it doesn't go well. But also at the same time, I think it's just very affirming because it sounds like a lot of your closest friends, you kind of have a sort of mistrust towards them. Like you don't know if they just want to dig something out of you just to like get you out of your house and everything. Look, I don't know your friends and I don't know the circumstances, but it could be possible, it could not be possible. But I think that I think it's helpful for any human being to have a circle of people that they trust.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty hard to live like, you know, wondering what your friends' intentions are towards you.
Yes.
And like there's a lot of mind games going on. I think it's not healthy for anybody. So I would say maybe you can start out with finding, you know, queer friends and a queer support group. Yeah. And hopefully you can weed out like all the toxic ones. And I think the best way to do that is just not date, to be really fucking honest. Date outside of your group. But yeah.
Yeah, this is tough lah. And I mean, you're still 19. I feel like there's still a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand like why you know queer people want to come out, but at the same time, like if you are in a tight spot when it comes to like finances, having a roof over your head, the safest option is to wait it out.
Yeah, wait it out.
Safest option is to wait it out, and like Faye mentioned, rely on your support system. You know,
Yeah.
to have a safe space and everything, because when you're living like a so-called double life and all of that, it's going to be very hard on you as well. If the things that people say, the assumptions that people make, you know, or the ideals that people are going to project onto you in a heteronormative world is going to be very heavy on you.
Yeah.
So having a support system is extremely important.
Yeah. I mean, don't rush with coming out lah. I only came out at 22. So, I mean, you can come out whenever you like, but, you know, unfortunately, you need to be tactful with this kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real. Man, I got the long one this time.
All right.
Okay, fine. Hi, Oat Milk Hi, Oat Milk Hotline. Hi, Faye. Hi, Zoe. I'm gonna share you guys this story about me and this girl because this girl still been running in my mind.
Damn, living rent-free in your mind.
Simp. This is my first time meet people not from online. For context, I know her way back in 2022. She was a barista
Oh, come on.
at this coffee shop.
Damn.
I went there quite often to see her. At that moment, we never talked to each other, but we did have multiple eye contact, lesbian things, and that's it. On the day when I was brave enough to have the courage to talk to her, preparing myself to ask her to recommend me a drink, and ended up she wasn't there. It's so sad. I continued going there several times after that, and she was still not there. Then I go ask her colleague about her, and guess what? She no longer works there. Damn. Fast forward to November 2023. I encountered her at the mall, and you know what I did? I chased her and approached her. Turns out she recognized me from the coffee shop. She did tell me that she wanted to say hi a few times, but was so shy and thought I was straight. In bracket, femme problem. We talked for a bit, and she offered me and my friends a ride to wherever we went to next. I've confirmed she's not straight, and we exchanged numbers. We started messaging on that night and start FaceTiming after 2 days of talking and continue FaceTiming each other every night for the past 2 weeks. I did ask her to meet, in bracket, we live near, but she said we should take things slow. But y'all fucking FaceTime every night, how is that slow?
God damn.
What?
Oh my god.
After
Anyway.
2 weeks, we decided to meet. I don't think it's a proper date because she asked me to join to hang out with her cousins. Sorry, it's funny, sorry. Woo! Okay lah, she want to take it slow lah, just hang out with her and her cousins, okay? In bracket, technically that wasn't the plan. The plan was she picked me up after she hang out with the cousins, but it was quite late and she asked me to join them, and I agreed because I waited enough. We barely talked because they were talking about family stuff, so I was just sitting there and listening. After the hangout, she dropped me off at my house. We talked for a bit before we part ways. Before we part ways. She asked me if she can kiss me, and then we go on full-on makeout in the car for like a solid 10 minutes. And then she asked me if she can use my toilet.
Huh? For what?
And then I invited her over to my room.
Oh my god.
Take things slow, my ass.
Yeah, just say you want to fuck already. Damn.
And told her to rest for a bit because it was 3 a.m. Because she has work at 10 a.m. We cuddled and then made out again, and then we had sex.
Rest for a bit. Okay.
In bracket, by the way, I'm 23. We don't have any issue with the story, by the way. It's just
It's
just
funny.
She sleep over and then go to work. And all we did was stay in bed, make out, TikTok, and sex until 5 p.m. She went back to her house at 5 p.m. and we continued texting until 10 p.m. and then she went quiet. She ghosted me and didn't pick up my call or whatever. She then texted me the next day at 7 p.m. telling me that she cannot do this. She thinks it was too fast. What? Wait, where am I?
What?
She thinks it was too fast. She's focusing on herself and not looking for anything at the moment. In bracket, bro, be fucking real lah. It's a valid response. Me being me, I still texted her a few times after that. In bracket, she's not replying back until the end of the year. I still sometimes do want to text and call her, but I'm holding myself back. All of my friends told me that she wanted me for sex, but I refuse to believe that. I do think that she likes me, but some situation may pull herself back. I know that she's now dealing with mental health, and I just found out that she's been battling with bipolar. I don't know, guys. Please help me. Should I move on? Yes. Or should I keep trying? No. I genuinely like her and would take the risk to talk to her again. But I'm not sure she may want or not want anyone entering her life right now. Thank you for taking the time to read, and sorry for the long ass story. Thank you, Zoe, Faye, and Oat Milk Lesbians for this platform. I love you guys so much. I wish you both happiness and wishing Oat Milk Lesbian will strike in 2024. We striking 2023, 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Forever.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
We'll
37,
reincarnate
38,
and strike again.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Basically, until we fucking die, until our last breath, we will have a podcast on our deathbed, I tell you.
Yeah, and we'll reincarnate and continue the podcast.
As fucking babies.
Yeah, and we'll still be lesbians.
Real. Okay, anyway, to address this, do you think you should break up? I mean, do you think you should let it go? Yes, you should let it go.
Yes.
Because, I mean, honestly, I don't get it. I mean, I get it, like, in the moment when she's with you, suddenly make out, suddenly use the toilet, suddenly go to your room and rest, suddenly have sex, suddenly stay in bed, sleep over, suddenly don't go to work, suddenly make out, TikTok, sex, 5 p.m, go back. Yeah, I mean, when you're in the moment, when you're enjoying the presence of somebody else, you're gonna, like, continue doing that. And I think when she went back home at 5 p.m, she was like, well, fuck. My mental health issues and all of this, and I don't think it's right for me. I need to focus on myself. Like, yeah, maybe it was kind of like wrong for her to kind of do that with you, knowing that she wants to be alone. She wronged you for that, but at the same time, she's already made it clear verbally that she doesn't want to continue, even by not replying your texts, even with the words that she said. So I think you should just take it as it is and not think like, oh, maybe if I text her 10 times, maybe out of the 10 times, 1 time she will reply. If I text her 100 times, maybe she'll reply 2 times. It's worth it. No, it's not.
Yeah. Let me tell you, you're gonna find a lot more people you would genuinely like.
Yes.
On God.
Yes.
I don't know, I feel like as a society, we romanticize like one person so much.
Yes.
Like having this, oh, the one that got away, or like the one. No!
Mhm.
You're gonna fall in love again and again and again. All these kind of things, it might get better, it might get worse. Nobody knows that. But I'm just saying, like, don't make someone your Roman Empire lah.
Yeah.
This is just to like, don't put yourself in a scarcity mindset.
Correct.
Like, it's romantic to think that there's one person out there for you and everything. But sometimes, even married couples, it doesn't work out. And they move on and they find someone else to spend the rest of their lives with. And it's unpredictable like that. And maybe somebody can find that one person that they stay with for the rest of their lives. But like, some people might not. And it's not a bad thing.
Yes.
Because sometimes you will just continue meeting different people that will meet you at different phases in your life. So don't hang on too much to someone who doesn't sound like they know what they want. And okay, the mental health issues is one thing. Like, I think when someone has like a huge load of mental health issues at the back of their head, like, they really do not have the capacity to nurture any kind of relationships. And honestly, it is her right to do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's actually kind enough to not string you along, I think is a good thing. Like, I know she's wrong to like do all of that to you, but she didn't string you along, which is a good thing. A lot of people, they will be mentally ill and they will string you along. So you are actually one of the lucky people. But I would say that also it sounds like, okay, you're 23, right? A lot of lesbians don't know what the fuck they want at 23.
Real.
I don't know how old is this person, but I'm pretty sure she's around our age. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, nobody knows what the fuck they want. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not something y'all want to hear. Like, I know in every conversation we have, break up, let it go, break up, let it go.
Yes.
You guys gotta do that shit. Like, really, really gotta do that shit. Because
Yes.
seriously, like, you know, sometimes like it's just really as simple as that.
Yeah.
This person doesn't know what they want. You are
Yes.
at this point in your life where you really want something or you want something with them, but it cannot align. You gotta leave.
Yeah. I think you all are just very back and forth on this because you have a longing to be with that person, but you guys already know the answer. You all already know the answer. You all already know the truth. You know what helps me a lot in my relationships, whether to consider breaking up with that person or to stay with that person, is that I consult my logical self, the one without the rose-colored glasses. I ask the logical side of me that looks at things objectively, and I ask that person, that side of me, what do you think? If that logical side of me says break up, then break up. Look at it very objectively. Because if you ask yourself, the one with the rose-colored glasses on, the one who's feeling all sorts of emotions and everything, you will be back and forth with this decision.
Yeah.
So it's always best when you wanna like make this decision, you detach from it emotionally and look at it purely in an objective manner.
And also not to forget that if this is the kind of like hot and cold vibes you get from the situationship, it will definitely 100% I bet it on my head, show up in your relationship.
Correct.
You're gonna feel this way even if you get in a relationship with her.
Correct.
For
Correct.
sure.
Correct.
Is that how you want to feel in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, infatuation and like all these kind of things, it just doesn't last. Because at the end of the day, you will eventually get old, you will have more responsibilities and everything. This is not the kind of partnership you want.
Correct.
Yeah. It doesn't
Correct.
sound like it right now, but I think it happens. Like, you will get there.
Yeah, I think like you know, when you don't have the time for fucking bullshit already, right? You're just gonna be like, yeah, fuck off. You know? So yeah, that's why I say consult the logical side of you. The very
Yeah.
logical side of you. Because that is the side of you that really knows what's best for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Oh, you got a short one this time.
Okay.
The last one. We have another. Wait, let me check how many minutes. Oh my god, my legs hurt. And my bladder is.
I really
bursting.
have bad lucks in relationship. Mostly my exes cheated on me and dumped me for a guy. Makes my ego, frankly speaking, I'm traumatized. But at the same time, I wanted to be in a relationship because I like romance. Like all that lovey-dovey stuff. Now when I'm not searching for anyone, comes this one person that makes my heart flutter, you know? It's hard for me to open up to people, but her? Man, I cannot describe how I'm really feeling, but I just want to take care of her.
That's cute.
Yeah, to be honest, she told me that she still doesn't know that she's straight or not. Stay away from her! No! Oh my god!
Man down.
But the way she treated me is more than just friends, you know? But she already gave me a disclaimer that
Sorry?
she's...
What?
The way she treats me is more than friends.
Fuck off lah.
But she already gave me a disclaimer that she's still confused, but I'm willing to wait for her.
No!
Is it stupid?
Yes!
Also, she's younger than me, more than 5 years. Is that concerning? How old are you? Okay, 360-degree change in energy. We gotta talk to you like this right now.
Oh my god.
Okay, first of all, do you tend to attract bi-curious women? Because it sounds like it.
Oh my god.
Stay
you
away
must
from
be
her.
androgynous.
Oh my god.
You sound like a person who is androgynous. Find a lesbian. Stop dating people who are like,
Stop
I don't know, I'm maybe straight, maybe I'm gay, maybe I'm bi. No, you are getting. You see, this is why you say you have bad luck in relationship. Because number one, it's fine if you can attract straight girls. That's fine. You look a certain way, the straight girls like it, that's great. But the reason why you have bad luck in relationships is because you choose the wrong people.
Yeah.
That one's on you.
It's not luck. It sounds like it's a
Decision.
pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the love of God, do not wait for her. I don't know how old are you, but we don't got a lot of time. You really gonna spend every time waiting for a bi-curious woman? No.
Really no, man. Really no.
Get out of here. I don't care. She's nice. She's what? She hasn't figured her shit out. It's gonna bite you in the ass again.
Oh my god. I don't know what to say lah.
The thing is, it's
really.
fine if this is like your first relationship or whatever.
But this has happened.
It has happened.
multiple times.
Yes. Pretty sure you are sick of that shit too. And if this repeats, it's not on luck anymore. It's not about luck. It's what you attract.
Yeah, I mean, well, at some point you got to learn your lesson. Let that time be now, not after another 3 by curious women.
And maybe you should ask yourself why you tend to like women like that. I think that's the most important part.
And the answer is it stems from insecurities
Yes. Or ego.
or ego, which ego stems from insecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is no, don't wait for her. 2, stop going after bi curious women and being in relationships with them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Full
Simple
stop.
as that. Yeah. Damn.
Next.
I think we can read one more page
Okay.
and then we can call it a day because we gotta go.
Okay.
Is it fine if we're a bit late?
The thing is until 11, right?
It's until 10. 4 fucking hours.
Oh, that's a lot. What time is it now?
5.
Oh, we got to go.
Okay,
Okay.
we read a bit more. Hello, I would like to share you a story of mine. And maybe if you plan to share it to others, you can too. I would love to hear people's opinions about it.
I mean, you wrote to us.
Yeah, we gonna read it out. Everybody gonna hear this shit. I've always been gay. I mean, like,
That's
not
great.
that I'm aware of it. When I was a kid, I don't know that I can't like women. I really don't know that this religion is against it. And somehow, when I look back at it, I felt like me from before has the purest type of love. You know what I mean? Because you don't know about it, and you just like a person. You know what I mean? I have a huge crush on this girl, like really huge. I used to wait for her to come to school because she always came late. A religious school at that. She has always been beautiful. When I was 10, you know, it's weird how like at the age people start mentioning, oh, who you have a crush on? Oh, I have a crush on this boy, blah, blah, blah. And then there comes my turn. I was like, oh, I like, in bracket, her name. And they were like, seriously, a girl? And I'm so fucking naive. I'm like, huh? Tak boleh ke?
LOL!
And the religious talk came where I realized I can't like girls.
Lemah! That's fucking funny.
Ah, tak boleh ke?
Real.
Oh my god. I started avoiding her and do everything I can to not come across her path. And so years passed, and you know damn well I still like her so much. And then finally she moved when we were in Form 3. I thought, oh okay, I guess it's time for me to move on. It's been like, what, 7 years now, and guess what? I met her again. We were in the same tuition, and damn, the feeling just kept going. At the moment, I was like, it's okay, no one has to know. I will just be close with her as much as I can. Move on? What is that? Moving on? What's PKP?
Huh? See?
Moving on, PKP. PKP.
Moving on, PKP. Oh, lockdown.
Oh, moving on, PKP, I still do in love with the same girl. And that's where I know the term LGBT, that I have a label and came to a realization that I'm gay. Yes, I'm gay. It felt like a relief to know that I'm not alone in this world. And that's where the pain started. The hate, the religion, and everything else. I thought to myself, yeah, it's time. It's time to let go of this long crush of yours that is straight and only look at you as a boyfriend type of friend. And yes, I confess to her anonymously, lol, because I ain't have the balls to do that. And by doing that, I'm able to finally move on from this. It was a roller coaster ride of emotion and identity crisis, but I've been doing well. I don't know what you can conclude from this, but yeah, I just wanted to share because I think it's interesting enough. That's all from me. Wishing you gays well in life and the upcoming future. P.S. Her boyfriend is my neighbor.
For God's sake.
Who is also someone I used to be close with as a child, and also I helped him to be together.
With her?
Bro, they took their riot pic in front of our house and that shit hurt so bad.
No! What the fuck? Guys, stop fucking crushing on all these women. Oh my god.
Yeah, why do you have crush on straight girls?
Why? I don't understand. Okay, number one, right? Straight girls are not it. Like, the attraction is just very different because they just appeal to men.
Yeah.
What about them do you like?
Yeah.
I'm a woman lover as well, but like, not like this.
Real. Are you a baby gay because like...
It don't sound like it. It sounds like you know your whole life.
Yeah,
Tak boleh ke?
Generally, baby gays tend to be okay with liking straight girls, but let me tell you, let me tell you, when you really, really, really mature as a gay person, you will love the gay vibe. And straight
Yeah.
vibes are just not attractive, full stop.
Nar.
Stop.
It gotta
stop going after straight girls. Stop falling for them. Stop having crushes on them.
It's
Control yourself.
2024, we gotta stop liking straight girls. Damn! As a fucking community, this is the first mission. 2024, stop liking straight girls.
For real.
You're doing a disservice to yourself.
Real. I'm so sorry. I know this hurts. I know it hurts, you know. But also, stop liking straight girls. Seriously. Stop it.
Stop it.
That's it. Oh, next one is like super short and it's not a submission.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this submission and I'll read the other thing. Not a submission, just a big shout out to oatmeal lesbians. Y'all literally my spiritual food to nourish my gayness. I love you both. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Basically, last year I started dating this girl, which I'll just name her person A. Well, it sounds like Pretty Little Liars.
Why are you reading in that accent?
The southern accent. I love it. We met in a club, a band club, and she was my senior lah. Okay lah, I cannot read an accent already. I was Form 2 and she was Form 5. Honestly, right from the start, I shouldn't have dated her because of our age gap. And my school is an all-girls school. We're not allowed to date girls because of the discipline, but we did it anyways and tried to keep it a secret. I love that. I was really close to person A before dating her, and we get excited whenever we see each other after school and we'll hug each other tightly. We did a lot of things before dating. Like what? Person A is the kind of person that has trauma and issues, like every other gay. I was really supportive of her and helping her out and comforting her, etc. And one day she told me that she got a girlfriend, which only lasted a day, and she was sad about it. And of course I went to comfort her lah. After a couple of days when she broke up, I decided to tell her that I had feelings for her and she did too and we started dating. It's like break up. Oh, by the way, I like you. Dating her was really hard because she's the kind of person that likes physical touch and will be close to me, which was a problem because I wanted to keep our relationship a secret because it'll cause problems if we might get kicked out of school. Since we met in the band, we hang out with each other in band a lot, and I'm a committee in my band. And my president has complained about us dating and our behaviors. And I tried to tell her to stop disturbing me and stuff because I didn't want to get kicked out of the committee team. After a while, we started fighting, and sometimes she would tell me about her ex and ex-crushes, which is annoying. There's an old friend of hers, which will be called Person B.
Okay.
Person B stopped talking to her, and suddenly she's really sad about it, and I tried comforting her, but she'll end up getting mad at me because apparently she quote-unquote said, "Whenever I talk about serious things, you'll joke around," which was bothering me because I was there to comfort her and support her and be there for her, yet she ends up breaking up and we didn't complaints about it, sorry. And I give her money expecting her to repay me back, but she doesn't, which was a major red flag. We ended up breaking up and I didn't contact her for a few months, and during that few months, Person A and Person B started talking to each other again. And I ended up talking to her about weeks before this. I missed her a lot, not just because she was my ex, but because we were so close before dating. But currently me and Person A are talking less because Person A replaced me with Person B. One thing I will say, you have to get your money back. This is fucked up.
Why do all of you have such fucked up stories? Why?
But it sounds like this person is in school though.
Yeah.
School tend to be fucked up.
It wasn't that fucked up for me.
Yeah, actually it wasn't that bad for me, but
I do not know why.
First of all, she should give you back your money.
Yes, correct.
Do not let your fucking exes take your money.
Why is a Form 5 borrowing money from Form 2?
Yes. What is going on?
What even?
Yeah, but I would say, I don't think, it doesn't sound like you're really asking for advice, but I would say get your money back and cut her off.
Real. Next one. Hi, I'm currently in high school and find it such a lonely experience to be a lesbian. Although my best friend is also one, it can still feel so isolating. I feel like I can't relate to most of my friends and wish I could just have a silly and cute high school romance. The other thing is, I feel like every other girl I know that also likes women just assumes I just want to be their friend, and it feels real lesbian relationships aren't real. Like, I know so much gay girls, but none of them date other women and don't even crush on anyone.
Huh? Then why are they gay?
If I do end up being romantically involved, even just a little, it leads to nothing and ends up as a homoerotic situation.
Huh?
I feel like
Slay.
I've grown maturely enough to be in a relationship, even if it's not too serious. I just want a girlfriend in high school to take to dances. What do you advise? Finish SPM.
Finish your SPM. I feel like it's easy to get a girl to go with dances though. If worse come to worse, then just go on the apps lah.
But as a... I don't know how old you are, 15? 16?
Really? Is that how old you are?
High school.
Oh, don't bother about the dance thing. I didn't even take anyone to dance. Wait, I mean I did, but it was a man, so that doesn't count. But the point is, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Don't worry about not being able to get a girlfriend, honestly. In the future, you will definitely be able to get a girlfriend one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to push so hard like in high school to be getting a girlfriend. I mean, because when you're in high school, you're just kind of limited to that pool, that bubble, whoever is in your high school, which makes it a lot harder for you. And if you do break up, it's going to get real awkward as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand romance is nice and everything, but at the same time, I don't feel like you need to rush into it. I know this is not what you want to fucking hear. I know you want a fucking solution that's like, hey, do this, and that, you immediately get a girlfriend. No, that's not the fucking answer. That is not the answer. And it's not going to be the answer you want to hear. You may not have a girlfriend now, and you may not have a girlfriend until later on, maybe even after you graduate or get into uni or whatever the hell, right? That's it lah. But you will get a girlfriend in the future. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it lah. Definitely gonna get a girlfriend. For
real.
sure.
For real, when you come out of here, it's everyone's just horny.
You will get a
Stop.
girlfriend.
Last one.
Okay. Hello, lesbians. I very rarely crush on people. So tell me why I ended up with this crush on my straight boss again! You guys! Stop it! Been a year of working under her and not in the way I want to. Lamau, is she an ally? Yes, very much so. Would I like her outside of work? Also, yes. Are you sure it's not work hard? The infatuation has reduced, but on some occasions I look at her and I still get butterflies. You guys gotta get it together. Also, because of how much I admire her professionally, there's more pressure to be the best around her. What do I do? But it sounds like you're acing your job.
Good for you, I guess.
Yeah, good for you.
But also stop.
Just stop it lah. That's the advice. Stop crushing on your straight boss.
Oh my god. Stop crushing on anyone straight.
Yeah.
Why do y'all bother calling yourself lesbians? What is the fucking point? Stop it.
Stop it.
Did you see all of you crushing on straight girl, this, that. What do I do? What's the solution? The solution is to stop.
Yes.
That's the solution.
Why are you guys asking us for solution? There's no solution. The solution is stop it. Like, enough. Oh my god. No, you're like, I just feel like y'all like something that you can't get.
That's true.
That's how I feel the vibe is.
That's true.
You like it because you're like, I can't get them. There's the whole ego thing. I could change them. Like, the same themes. But anyway, but it sounds like you're doing good at your job. So maybe the crush is like a good incentive.
Yeah.
But still, what do? Don't do anything about it. Just
let it go.
And also, like,
stop it.
I'm very like against the superior and subordinate kind of relationship. Like, it's sexy, it sounds hot and everything, but you don't want to fucking date your boss. And not to mention dating someone from work.
Yeah, hell
what are you
no.
gonna do in the bedroom? Talk about work?
Yeah.
God.
What the fuck?
Like, it's one thing to date someone from another department, but dating your own boss. Oh my god. Really, it does sound hot, but like, I'm going to tell you, it just sounds hot.
No, for real.
It's not as hot
no,
as...
in reality.
Yeah.
Not in reality. Because
It's
in
not gonna be
reality, you go to work, you see their face. You go back home, you see their face. You go to sleep, sit beside your boss. And then you wake up, make breakfast, you see their face. And then you're reminded, by the way, you have a presentation later. And then you're like, fuck. And then, you know, at night, you cannot even spend time with each other because your boss, who's also your partner, is working on a presentation with you.
Yeah.
So enough. Like, okay, you don't even like have any of your own space or a life outside, you know. You eat lunch during work, also eat together with your boss. Go home from work, go home together. Eat dinner at home, also eat dinner with your boss. Work, also work with your boss. Sleep, also sleep with your boss. Then shit, also shit with your boss.
This is a case of forced proximity. And I really think it's because your boss is work hard. I really think so.
I stop it lah. Stop.
But you should stop it,
Stop.
not because of these things, but because she's straight.
Yeah, stop.
That's the main reason you need to stop.
Stop. I'm done. Okay, tapping out. Thank fuck this is the last story. Yeah, if you read another story where there's like another straight, let me just see. There's no.
The whole
straight,
oatmeal hotline for this episode theme is straight women. God, we don't want to hear about this shit anymore. Please, y'all. Okay, we would love to help with problems and everything, but the straight one
It's your problem.
is your problem. We're gonna give you the same answer every submission. What do I do? Straight girl, straight girl. Stop it. Enough. That's the only thing we're gonna say. So moving forward, anyone who wants to send these kind of submissions, expect these kind of answers. Because
Real.
there's nothing we can advise you.
No, for real. Like, yeah. That's all, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much for
fucking
watching.
watching this
Bias
fuck ass
coffee.
episode. Yes, fucking
Yeah.
bias coffee, and goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking hell.
Straight girl, straight boss.
Oh my god. Cannot. Sister-in-law.
That one's at least better, you know, it's a straight sister-in-law.
Yeah! Sister-in-laws! How is that any better?